Hey guys, how you doing? Happy New Year. Today's the 3rd of January, 2016, of course. So just wanted to start the year off and just do a quick video since the market's open tomorrow. I wasn't intending to do one, but might as well. And I just had a look through, just doing some pre-market analysis. So there's some interesting moves that are going to happen this week, pretty early. So I'll just kind of explain what's going on from just before in the year. So on the stock market side, from the S&P 500, what I noticed was, this line here, this light blue line here, the thick one there, that was where the stock market closed last year, right? Now it's been going up every year, so every year it's ended on a high, right? This year we've kind of closed below, right? So we've made it actually lower high. That's pretty significant to me in terms of the psychology. That's kind of sending us a signal that this year we might be seeing a reversal. We might actually see the actual reversal this year. In terms of a crash, you can't predict that. So just something to note. It's the same example here. I might do a quick lesson on high highs and lower lows at the end. But this is a good example of that. You've got price, putting in an impulse leg, putting in a high, and then retracing back down before another move up, puts in a lower high. All right, so it's lower than this high there, and then it goes back down, goes back up, and then puts in another lower high. So it's clearly telling you this is a downtrend, right? Now, for us to say this is going to go into an uptrend, we really need to see a breakout, and I'll kind of explain that later if I get some time. All right, so just want to run through just a few pairs. This is something I'm tracking really closely, the US dollar index. On the daily chart, not really much you can see, really. But if you actually look at the monthly chart, it's actually interesting. The monthly chart, the one where we first noticed the pattern, you've got this uptrend, the kind of flag pennant kind of pattern, breakout, and then followed by a pullback into structure. So we expect this could be the signal for an up move. Okay, I don't see any other downside this week. This also works out well because if I look at the Aussie dollar and so forth, I think we're going to start to see some reversals coming up soon. So something important to note. But definitely going to see some high dollar prices. It's a bit slow, but you got to these things don't happen straight away. But then again, we've also put in a double top, so you never know. We might actually see some downside as well. So we've got some divergence. Actually, we'll have some. Hold on. That's bearish divergence, so we might actually see some downside. Maybe, who knows? We'll see what happens. So that's that. Gold is. I've been watching gold as well. It's actually putting in a particular setup that I've been watching. So we've got put in the double bottom there. Price rallied, put in a kind of a lower high, and then I kind of used it, I connected these two highs to form a trend line, and you can see that price pulled back down, and then made another move, got rejected at the trend line before it rolled over down here. So it's kind of gone down to the Fibonacci 61% level. So I'm expecting a potential reversal to go back up to break this level here. We might see it hit 1100. Now, I did a video on Fibonacci retracement, so if you haven't seen it, just subscribe. And I just did a quick lesson on how to use Fibonacci retracement. Really useful tool, very helpful. Every trader needs it. It doesn't really matter if you're a trader or investor, or if you even do this once a year. Just knowing that skill is really important. It's really helpful. So that's that. So I'm looking for a break above. I've already entered a position, so I might look for a break above here. Take for initial targets, and then hopefully second targets up here. But I am still expecting this to roll back down to a new low. We just have to wait and see what happens first. But for now, gold looks like a potential buy. But for a long-term move, right, to the upside, right, which we're waiting for, which will come this year, I expect. We're really looking for a break above this level here, okay? before we can actually get excited. Right? All right, Aussie stock market. Actually, I'll have a look at oil quickly. Right. Oil. So oil's been still going down. Doesn't look too good there. But yeah, we could still see 30s, low 30s, maybe even go down to into the high 20s. It's really hard to say, but important to watch for this for price to kind of test. If we kind of see we test this level here, this double bottom here potentially. If not, we can roll right through there, and we can be looking at sub 30s possibly. But this is getting pretty serious. So something I'll keep an eye on as well. So that's that there. But I do expect oil to reverse back up soon, and I think it's going to go back up quite significantly as well. All right, Aussie dollar. All right, so Aussie dollar's doing something interesting. So I kind of shorted the market on the other night just before the close, so I got a big move out of that. But it's kind of sitting at no man's land at the moment, right? What I expect to see, if we go down to the 4 hour, is we've got a pattern there too, sorry. So we've got a cipher pattern there. So what I'm expecting is, we had this down move on Friday, or the last day of trading, right? Last day of the year. So we got into here, we shorted the market, and we saw this big down move back down there. Now, there is a potential pattern, so it hasn't actually gone all the way down to complete the pattern yet. So, but if we do see a down move, this is a good area to enter, to go long. All right. I still think we're going to see some upside in this one, and we might actually see the 74 level get tested, maybe. But again, it's in no man's land at the moment. I still have to wait to see what it's going to do. But you can see there's a nice, it's kind of respecting this trend line there. So if we can get an entry around this level here for a break above, right? Or even here, even this level here. So anywhere between say 72.6 to 72.2, all right? Then that's a good entry, I reckon. So 0.722 to 0.760, I think. 726. All right. So anywhere around these two levels here is a good entry, I think. Stops would be below this level here, probably below here. If you want to be on the safe side, and around this level here, not that great. But we're banking on the fact that we're going to see a retracement and then a move up to break this level here, right? Now, if we go into 4 hour, go back to the 4 hour. All right. So so this is the trend line, this yellow line there. So you can see that price has rejected it three times actually. It's gone up, rejected 3 times, pushed back down. So yeah, down to some structure level here. And again, you can use Fibonacci retracements as well to kind of get an idea of use another technique to confirm specific certain levels. So if we do a fib, swing high, swing low. So yeah, 38.2%, which is a key trend continuation level. So if we get a move back down here and then bounce back up, then that's going to work out pretty well. There's also the 61.8 as well, so that could also get hit, right? If it goes anywhere below that, then I'd probably be a little bit more concerned, but yeah. So initially a continued move down to either this level or the 61%. What we want to see is price go back up to retest this level, right, and break through it. If it breaks through it, and I've shown this about 1,000 times, I think, if it breaks through that, then what we want to see is just a pullback, right? And then we enter the market there. That's if you haven't entered here yet, but that's the ideal entry. But if we do get that, then we're definitely going to be seeing have a really high chance of seeing the 74s, and I reckon this could go really high too. This could really rebound up to about there. once that's done, I think we're going to start to see the reversal. Okay, so that's the same thing for the euro as well, euro USD. I've got a bat pattern in here, so we might see some continued move down, right? But I'm also looking to put in an order around this level here, basically just because there's a minor pattern there, but we could see a reversal back up at this level here, but we'll just wait and see. It's still too early to tell. But what I've done here is, I've got this. This is the trend line I've been watching for a while, right? So I've marked this trend line. So when price broke through this back in October, we kind of went down, pulled back up, but we never made it through to test this level. So I'm still waiting for this test. Once it goes back up and it tests price action test around these levels here, then I'll be looking to short the market down. Okay, short the euro USD, and it could go down as low as $1, maybe. Too early to tell, but it's definitely playing out that way. It's just a lot longer than I expected. But initially, if we do go back up, I'm kind of looking at this level here, being the 113.4s, 113.5s. Okay. Hold on. There you go. So that level there, and potentially that level there. I've marked in these points here. These are the previous highs. So this is where price rejected. So that gives you a bit more confirmation that is a good level of resistance, right? It's in line with what we've kind of anticipated price will go to as well. And this is a good level of support as well, which is why probably one of the reasons why I said, well, I might buy here, but if it does go down here, then I'll put in another order too. All right. You can see price has gone down here, rejected, bounced, went back up. So it's kind of been trading in a range. Okay. So that's a good level of support, this area here. All right. But yeah, not a good color. But that's it, really. There's other trades going on, but I won't spend too much. I don't want to spend too much time on all the other pairs. But these are the majors most people trade, so I'll leave it at that. Just wanted to show you the Aussie market, Aussie stock market. All right. Okay, so we definitely ended on the lower end of the year, lower than last year. There is a few things happening though. So what I've got here is, I haven't even looked at it, to be honest. I don't remember. We definitely have a pattern here, right? But we'll just have to wait and see if that plays out. Swing low to swing high to swing low, and we've got a potential Gartley pattern. All right. Hold on. Alright, so we've got a potential Gartley. Now, again, like the patterns, don't worry. I'll do a video on how to use them down the track and show you how it's not that hard really. It's really just all rules based stuff. Just trying to find the right color that works. I'll just leave it at that. So initially we're looking for price to potentially go to the 127 extension. So looking at 5584 as a potential reversal, right? So if you do short the market there, then your targets would be around, as by default, we usually use the 38.2%. So that will be your target 1, right? Target 1, we'll change the 1 color. And then target 2 would be roughly here. Now, it just really depends what you're doing. These are the default ones. You can really set them wherever you like. All right. So if it does hit that level, but I think we might see the stock market roll over from here. So don't be too caught up with the targets. You might actually get a bigger move down. So you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss out on a bigger move down. Okay. But that's that there. That's a pattern there. We've got. I guess we've got a potential Let me just double check this one. We've got a potential. Nope, no, we don't have one there. But yeah, it's also important to note too, I've just noticed this now, is we've got a potential trend line there, right? Trend lines are really important. They're really helpful as well if you use them properly. Okay? But you can see here, you can see this pattern. This is a daily chart as well. You can see prices kind of going up, and then it's putting this really bullish, this bearish candle, right? And these candles actually mean a lot. So it's putting this bearish kind of pin bar, hammer, candle, whatever you want to call it. And then the next candle, and keep in mind that this is a daily candle, right? The next candle, it's kind of continued back down. So what I expect to happen next is we might get a pull. So it's on Monday, which is tomorrow, I expect to see initially the stock market to go back up and kind of test. I've got to enlarge this level here, right? Now, so what I initially expect to happen is for price to go back up, open. So it's going to open there, and initially to test this level here. So the 5307. It might go a little bit more, who knows? But at least initially that. Now, if it goes there and it rolls over, it might roll over completely, okay? Or what we could see is it could roll over, move sideways for a bit before it breaks through that level there, okay? So what I'm basically saying is, what we might see, and if I go into the lower time frame, go to the 4 hour, right? So what we kind of want to see is, for this to keep going down, what we want to see is for price to go back up, say test this level there, and then roll over, basically. That's what we want to see. But what we might also see is this, right? We might see price go back up, and then go back down, and then stop, and then go back up, like that, like that, like that, and so forth, right? And then it'll make a move lower a bit, but then it might potentially spike higher like that. So if you start to see a pattern like this where it's not really doing anything, it's just kind of trading inside this little channel, right? This little channel, say from here to here, whatever the channel might be, like inside a range. That's usually setting up for a potential move to the upside, okay? So keep that in mind. But this won't play. This is going to take a few days to play out. You know, this is each candle's 4 hours, and each day in the ASX is, I think, from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. So that's only 2 candles really. So that's that. What else is there? That's it from me, I think. Nothing else. But yeah, this year is going to be really volatile. A lot of money can be made. A lot this year. I think this year is going to be some crazy money if you can, if you play this right. All right. So that's that. Yeah, so yeah, I've got my video. I'll do the Fibonacci extensions video, and I'll upload it. And yeah, you just have to subscribe, and you get access to that. It's really very helpful technique if you want to learn how to identify levels, to identify support resistance levels, or identify levels to enter the market. So yeah, okay, cool. Catch you guys.